Expert systems. Let's discuss expert systems in AI. An expert system is a machine that can reason about facts in a certain area and function in a manner that is similar to that of an expert's brain. To accomplish this, the machine would require expertise in that field, rules to abide by in the event of new information, and a means of interaction with a system user. Rule-based systems, knowledge-based systems, or, more broadly, expert systems are terms used to describe these systems. MYCIN, a medical system to identify blood infections, was among the first systems to function successfully. It was asserted that MYCIN was as good as some experts and better than many younger doctors because it comprised about 450 rules. It didn't have any theoretically produced criteria. Instead, it was developed through extensive interviews with subject matter specialists who could speak from personal experience. Therefore, the laws might at least in part reflect the unknowns associated with medical illnesses. MYCIN's general architecture mirrored that of all expert systems. Each rule in an expert system has the fundamental structure, if, condition, then, conclusion. For instance, if, sneezing, then, flu, may be a rule in MYCIN. However, it's possible that numerous criteria must coexist in order for one condition to be evident, for the rule to be true, or, conversely, that only one of several conditions must be met in order to make a conclusion. Therefore, a rule might be more along the lines of, if, conditions 1 and 2 or 3, then, conclusion. In a medical setting, this may read, if, headache or sneezing and coughing, then, flu. By asking many specialists for their opinions, the actual rules used are determined. Experts in medicine were asked in this instance, what are the flu symptoms? Or what does it signify if a patient is coughing and sneezing? It's possible that from the same collection of information, different conclusions can be reached. An expert would have trouble with this, just as an expert system does. In order to decide what course of action to pursue in such a situation, the system must include additional rules designed specifically for such situations. This process is known as conflict resolution. Conflict resolution. There are many instances where many requirements are satisfied, yet only one conclusion is necessary. In these situations, a choice must be made on which of the rules, each of which has requirements that have been fully satisfied, takes precedence. These regulations must be reconciled if they are in conflict. There are several options, and the expert system itself will decide which one is used. When all of the requirements for several rules are satisfied, one of the following selection criteria must be used. 1. Each rule has a priority assigned to it, and if more than one rule applies, the one with the highest priority is picked. 2. Each condition has a priority assigned to it, with 2 being the highest. A rule must have the highest priority conditions in order to be picked. 3. The most recent rule is the one whose prerequisite has most recently been satisfied. 4. The rule with the greatest number of conditions met is chosen as the most specific. Also known as longest matching. 5. Rules that are context-limited are divided into groups, only some of which are in effect at any given moment. A rule must be a member of an active group in order to be selected. This allows the expert system to adjust over time to changing circumstances. Which type of conflict resolution is used entirely relies on the application. For basic systems, the resolution itself will probably be relatively straightforward. In other cases, the user may only need to be informed that all of the conditions are true at the time in order for the expert system to draw multiple conclusions from the same set of conditions. The user can then make any additional decisions and, thus, resolve any conflicts.